time for yet another Monday
Monday
Motivation
Motivation
Chat.
What's up, y'all? Last week we had
Cynthia, the
founder of Flaco Coquito, a vegan coquito. And for those
What's up,
who
Pat?
know of coquito or her Hispanic background, coquito is a staple in holidays and major events. It's a rum-based like a Hispanic eggnog, I should say. Some people do it with eggs, some don't, and there's like a million different ways you could make it. And so she has a healthier, dairy-free version of it, which we cannot wait to try. So head over to Flaco Coquito to check out her page to see where you can get her coquito.
Yeah, she's primarily in like North Jersey, New York area.
So if you're in that area, go there. That's where she has her product now. She's working on distribution to get it in more locations. So we're looking forward to that.
Yes, because we're definitely taking a trip up and getting our coquito.
For sure, for sure. Her story was super inspirational, of coming from a background in finance, and then deciding to start her own business after the passing of her grandmother, who was the staple and the matriarch of her family, and who was the person who made coquito in her family. And she wanted to pass down that tradition. And so out of that came her passion to creating this vegan coquito that is a healthier version. And just kind of, she shared her ups and downs and trials and tribulations in being an entrepreneur, being a mom, and just navigating, all of the obstacles and still pushing through, and still looking forward to growing her business. So check it out. And this week we have Marjani and Al Harris, the founders of CancerWho. They support caregivers, warriors, survivors of cancer, both adults and children. They also have the only Black owned cancer support center in the country, where they provide free services to the community and those who are affected by cancer. So we are super excited to share their story.
Hi, Julia. There we go. Let's bring them in now. There they go.
What's up, y'all?
Hey guys.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you guys forever.
I know.
Right.
I know. Let's see, too long.
Instagram post. Happy belated birthday.
Oh,
Happy.
You too.
Yes. So we would love to just share with everyone. There's some people on here that know you guys very, very well, but then there's those who don't know you. So sharing the beginnings of how CancerWho was born.
I'm gonna let her talk because I always do the talking, so I'm gonna let her talk.
It's no problem. It's no problem. So, first, thanks for having us on. I'm glad to partake this evening, since we were able to dodge those kids and get them in bed on time so we could speak to you guys. I already know y'all had to do it too. We had to prepare. So
hurry up, what you think?
Exactly. Where do I begin? So I'll just give the short version. Al and I have experienced relatives going through cancer. And as you know, if someone in your family has cancer, is battling cancer, the entire family, it's a battle for everyone, the whole circle, the whole village, right? So back when my mom's husband was battling, firsthand, I experienced like what it's like to go through it in the household. And then Al had two cousins who were battling breast cancer. One had breast cancer and one had brain cancer. And just looking at the different levels of support that each individual had, and the strains that it could have on the families, and we just wanted to do more just do something beyond our normal lives. So we came up with team overtime, because everybody knows, what you do overtime is what you're doing besides your normal task, your normal job.
Right.
So team overtime was born in 2013. So we became nonprofit, but just to get clarity on what exactly we were doing, what our target was, who we wanted to help. We were just laying in bed one night, and I was like, "Yeah, we just need, it's getting misconstrued, the name Team Overtime, and need something like more defined of what we're doing and describes, what the movement is." And Al came up with CancerWho. Yeah, and we started selling the shirts and things just to raise money to do the little things like Al would be in hospitals before work. Back in the beginning, he would be going to appointments and sitting at chemos with people and just being there as a support system. And then he would, get frustrated when he would have to leave and go to work. So once he decided to go full on with it, quit his job, and CancerWho just kind of took off more from there as far as the amount of people we were able to reach and support, and what we were able to do. So fast forward to this last year, we were able to open the CancerWho Care Center, and now we have a place where, first of all, we got the best bell in the city to ring and celebrate.
No doubt.
And the party with your family, just celebrate, just beating cancer, battling cancer, being a survivor.
Right.
So he that was his vision, and we just rolled with it. So it happened, and now we have like several awesome free programs going on inside the center, on a weekly basis, and we have people just come through and celebrate life with their families and celebrate surviving and being champions, like for
Right.
real. So we've been there, over a year. We're coming up on 2 years already. I don't know, 2020's been so fast
Crazy.
and weird. That's crazy
Right.
that to say that we coming up. I feel like we just celebrated the year, but we're
Right.
coming up
Right.
on 2 years already. So yeah, that's really the gist of it.
The people that you support, like, how do they get connected to you?
Well, I'll take this. Go
So it's mainly through like social media and word of mouth. Because in the beginning, that's the route we went. We was more so just on Instagram, Facebook, just showing the work every day, showing the work.
Mhm.
So more people see what you got going on. They reach out and they just ask, they inquire, they say, what's going on? Like, I see you in hospitals, or I see you at people's chemo and stuff like that. Like, do you support other people, or what do you do? Like, this is and the third, and just explaining like what the mission is. So people just been reaching out, and I want to say for like the past like 3 years, it's been picking up as far as like word of mouth. Here in Philly, a lot of people do know of the organization, but just nationally, it's just picking up. But that just comes from doing the work.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, my question is, as the man of your household and, being the leader of your family, taking that step from just completely just leaving work and going into this full time, like what was that journey like? Because I kind of like went through a similar phase and I was stressed out. So like what was that journey like for you?
Um, for real, it wasn't stressful at all. Like, I really dropped my pride and my ego at the door. Like once I left, um, I ain't have like that male pride and that ego to where as though I felt like, oh yeah, I got to do this and I got to do that, because I really felt like my support system was strong, and MJ had my back, so I didn't feel as though like financially when it wasn't there, I didn't feel any type of way, because the foundation we had built, we knew what we were trying to accomplish. We knew we were trying to get somewhere greater. So that allowed me to say like, um, yeah, we working for something greater. We're not working for right now. So
Hmm.
Right.
my male pride got dropped at the door, and I ain't really have an ego. Like, And that's hard for men to watch their wives go to work, or watch their wives like do a lot of stuff. And not to say that you're doing nothing, but on your downtime, you feel like you need to do more, or more than what you was doing.
Hmm.
So I never really felt like, and she never made me feel like that neither, where it's like, oh, you need to be doing something besides this to basically help out. It's like, no, this is the plan. We're sticking to it. Like, trusting the process. We're gonna
Hmm.
stick to it, and long as you keep up your end of the bargain, then I'll keep up my end of the bargain. And yeah, at times it do get rough. Uh, it get rough, but it's like, all right, we sticking to the plan. So a lot of times stuff happen when you don't like stick to the plan, or don't. Of course, it's not going to go according to like how you planned it out fully, but when you're
Hmm.
just not sticking to the process. So the whole time I just stuck to the process. It was literally like, all right, I'm going to be in the hospital for 10 hours a day. MJ was working, and she really had like the trust and belief in me that, all right, well, I mean, you said this is going to work. You said this is the plan, so let's let's plan it out. And it wasn't no time limit. So
Right.
and I'm not even saying like that's a rarity, for real, for real. That's not like that's not like every day, like that's gonna like any woman or any man is gonna do that. That's like a rarity. But like that the process that we went through, um, I feel like it worked out for the best of both of us.
Yeah.
Along that process, so like he talked about struggles. Like, of course, on a daily, when you think about yourself and what's going on, what really just made that possible is the effect that I know for me, like in my heart, and knowing that he's doing, we as a team are doing God's work, honestly. Seeing the effect and the relationships, the people that he was supporting on a daily and we were supporting as a whole, um, they have so much positive effect on our lives. They might not even know it, but
Mhm. Mhm.
not even thinking about it's that's priceless. Like the to know that we could just be there for them, or he could be there for them. Um, and you put life in such perspective, no matter what was going on, babies, whatever, ups and downs, but you put life in such perspective, like these people are fighting for their lives. Your one
Right.
visit, even if you made it once that week, twice that week, really helped them just fight for their life, like their life. So, um, you get that in perspective, and it's like no brainer
Mhm.
when you see the positive effect, and when you see how not only they're touching our lives, but how we're touching their lives. Like that's an
Right.
amazing, that's it's priceless. So
Yeah, definitely.
For those that don't know, share what it is that you do and the organization's mission.
So before COVID hit, we literally was going to chemo visits, radiation visits, doctors visits. We were like the I'll put it to you like this. We was like that. Everybody has that cousin in their family that's not really their cousin, but like you like, is that my cousin? Is that not my cousin? Like, but you call their dad uncle and stuff like that. So that's like CancerWho. Like we're like that extended family member that that's like there for you, the person that's going through cancer, and the family though, because
Hmm.
we were like caregivers and supporters. So we know how that feeling. We know how the feeling is. So
Right.
just being able to come to chemos and like most of the time I'm just there, like or like I'm not really even doing too much, but I'm there to to just give that kind of like that extra oomph and that extra support. But also we're coming with all the resources that we done built throughout the years. So the doctors that we might know outside of the hospitals, the social workers we might know outside the hospitals, the other organizations that we might know outside of any other person resource that you might know that we can help you out with, far as like that's like outside of cancer. that cancer affects, but it's outside of cancer. So we do come with those resources as well. But at the end of the day, we're trying to literally help take your mind off of what you're going through. We're trying to bring that stress down. So this way, you're not even thinking about what you're going through, and that itself helps you fight itself. So that's what we are like. Like I'm starting to like really change the model and bio of like, yeah, we like that extended cousin. So we're not like a traditional 9 to 5 organization where you're filling out applications, you need insurance or this, that, and the third. The support is literally free. I can say one thing I do pride us on is in 7 or 8 years, we never told nobody no for support. Like nobody. And no matter what stage they came to us in, we never said, oh no, we're not going to support you. And we support kids and women. So it's like I said, it's more so like a family style organization. Like hey cuz.
Yeah. That sometimes get on your nerves.
You already know. You already know.
That's how you know it's real.
Right.
God, that's how you know it's real. We passed the icebreaker stage. We go for 100.
Right.
That's what you need, right? That's what we need.
So you said you guys are going on 2 years. In those 2 years, you guys have encountered and met a lot of individuals going through those battles. What is the emotional state that you guys have to play in that process? Because as you're building these bonds, unfortunately, there are some that lose these battles, and therefore, like, how do you guys don't allow that to kind of deteriorate and take you off the path of like, like the emotional strain is too much. I don't know if we can keep doing this.
No, that emotional effect is real.
Yeah.
That's real. It's tough. Ooh, sorry. Y'all can hear us?
Are we here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
There now? It keeps saying it's paused.
I know it keeps saying it's paused.
Things are perfectly imperfect. So we just gotta go with the flow.
We better? We back? We
Yeah.
back? Okay.
We're back.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
We call Xfinity to see.
They
should be popping much as they get their money. Okay. I hope we're good now.
All right. So yeah, that emotional effect is serious. And I think that's where my support system come in the biggest. Well, the most, I should say. Just in the sense that that was one of the reasons why I wanted to continue on and do CancerWho more, because I knew how strong my support system was. So I know even at my down times, at like my rock bottom times, my support system is so strong that it'll pull me up and pull others up as well. So even if I'm at even kill, my support system is supporting me and also the people that I'm supporting. So like that's hard to come by. That's hard to find. And so I took that as like, yeah, that's like a blessing in life. So when I'm having those down times, like CancerWho doesn't stop. So it's bigger than me. It's bigger than MJ. It's bigger than the program managers, because it's still going to continue on. So even if I'm going through an emotional time with something negative that happened, or MJ is going through something negative that happened, the support system is so strong inside of the organization to where it's though that it's bigger than the people that created it or the people that even run it. So that was one of the things where I was like, you know something, I have that support system right now, but I can make it even greater I can lean on my support system, make the support system with saying CancerWho greater, and then we can continue on from there. So whenever it's a bad time, I mean, if it's me, if it's like I said, if it's MJ, any of the program managers, we're able to lean on each other, but still also support the people that we need to support. So I think that's like the biggest blessing inside of CancerWho, that the support is like off the hook. The support system is crazy. So the emotional times, yeah, they are down. Like I might miss a week if somebody passed away, but you would never not feel the love within the organization, because everybody in the organization is going to pick me up, and they're going to pick up the family that the family that's going through it, and they're also picking up the people that they're supporting.
Right. Right. Love it. How do you integrate your kids into everything that you guys are doing?
Well, first of all, we have no choice. They are going to be integrated, right? So yeah, we have three. We have, and they are three different personalities. We start them off young. So since we began, Moo is 8 now,
Mm-hmm.
and he has been to chemo visits and brought flowers in with Al, or with me, and we just explained to him, kids are so absorbent and so smart, like pick
Right.
stuff up so quickly, and he understands, and they understand when people are going through something. Kids have like a sense also. Um, so we just keep them involved as much as possible. Explain things to them. If we're doing an event, let them help. Um, like I said, visiting, let them interact. Let them hand the flowers or hand the toy or interact with the kids. Just act normal. When particularly he's interacting with the kids, he's having a ball. He's like, wow, I had so much
Mm-hmm.
fun with whoever it might be, and just keep them around, because it to us, like, that's really what it's about. This CancerWho is going to go on. It's going to be like a legacy, and it's going to be for them to hopefully carry it on, and when they get older. So um
Yeah.
definitely keep them around and keep them involved. The other two are kind of at the terroristic stage. I mean, a toddler stage. I'm sorry. So we we just let their antics be the entertainment when we're at a CancerWho event or something like that. I think people
Mm-hmm.
enjoy their
Mm-hmm.
company as well. But you see us, you pretty much going to see them, unless it's not a kid friendly setting. And then we
But
got to split
also,
the team.
but see, to that, um, Moose, he's watching what's going on, but also he's asking questions. He's very inquisitive
Hmm.
of like the things that's going on.
Yeah.
So and more so just really talking to him and keeping it real with him. Not, I mean, not literally about everything, but more so like of like the business side of things, as far as like the steps and what's going on, certain processes. So like she said, so this way, just like it's a legacy. So God forbid if something was to happen to either one of us today or tomorrow, like we would Moo would be able to step in on certain things, like far as like even like things with the center. He like understands how to at least open the center. So
Right.
just starting to teach him them little things along the way, and for him to understand like what's the purpose of us doing it, like teaching him the real meaning of non-profit, and all
Mm-hmm.
right, what does that mean and what does that entail, like what do you mean you're giving away everything and you're not getting paid for it, like, so teaching him those things, so this way he can grow up to be selfless, and he can also, I would hope that he would even grow up and create his own nonprofit. I mean, I would want him to run CancerWho eventually, but if not, just have your own nonprofit and give back like the way you saw your mom and your dad did.
Yeah. Yeah. Love
Hey,
it.
question. You guys are really prepared. I just want to take a minute, because that's a good
Oh no, I
question.
think
I
I
don't
need
think
to
we've
keep
ever
my
been asked that
thinking.
question, to be honest.
Really?
Say it again.
Yeah. um, how do y'all, there's so many things happening. Some days, MJ, you're doing your thing, Al, you're doing your thing. What is it that keeps y'all like in the same flow and on the same page?
Apple Calendar helps. We share it. We gotta have like literally like pregame talk. So night talk about what's going on tomorrow, just to reiterate what's going on tomorrow. Just because wires can and have and will get crossed at times because you might just forget something. I mean, like we've had big ones, so we've gotten better with using the calendar. I mean, we've with the kids and all the drop off pickups.
Right.
It's been times where it'd be like, all right, about to go get the kids. What else you doing? There's nothing else going on tonight, right? I'll be like, oh, it's this formal I gotta go to downtown. I'll be like, what? Oh, you got everything laid out. I mean, okay, good to know. I'm on my own for the evening for food and bed.
Right.
Punches like we just got to be a team. We can't, can't be arguing. We got to be the good Kobe and Shaq, not the ones that when they was having beef. You gotta be in three people all the time.
Yeah. No, but see, let me tell you another thing too is I think that we always learning though. Like we always learning each other as far as like we've been together 15 years and we still be learning stuff every day about each other. Like we going through a new process now as far as like MJ, her job is dumped her. Like, no, well she does have a new daycare. But like even with that, we're going through like a whole new process where like she's not working a 9 to 5 anymore. Like she's a business owner now. And I'm running CancerWho still, but we're still learning how to be in the car with each other for a certain amount of hours a day. I mean, for the longest, I would drop her off, or I mean, well, she would go her way in the morning time. I would go my way. We would do whatever we're doing with the kids, and we would be apart from each other for at least a good 6 or 7 hours out of the day. So we would communicate throughout the day, but we had that alone time. And, like as a couple, you do need that alone time where you need to be away from your significant other. Certain days where it's like arm's reach, like I need to be like away from you. And certain days it's like, yeah, I can be around you for like 16 hours. So we learning now, like, okay, like, I'm in the car with her probably from drop off to like we're together, like we're tag teaming it
at this stage right now. Yes,
right. So we're tag teaming really strong, but just being mindful of all right, because I'm annoying, so I know like today is just not my day to like start my stuff. Yeah, it's like it's like yeah, it's sometimes it is my time to like just be me, but it's like, all right, I've been by myself. I've been doing this by myself. Like I've been having this 7, 8 hours.
You move how you move.
Right, yeah. So I mean, I've been having that 7, 8 hours for 8 years. Yeah. For 8 years, I've been moving like that. So now just this year, we starting to learn, like, all right, now we tag team, but all right, I mean, do you want Wawa today or do you want Dunkin' Donuts?
It's like be the little things,
right? Yeah. So
we start.
So we just learning, like we learning, and we going forward, and we not taking anything personal.
Isn't everybody learning how to deal with 2020? Right. Like it's all an adjustment right now. One big just transition stage into another, another route that we're gonna be our daily route. So yeah, we're working it out. I think it's going smooth. You think? Don't answer that if you're not going to answer that.
Next question.
No.
See? I feel like we had a similar talk recently too, because we were like kind of like talking about the year and how everything went, and just like how people look at this time and they talk about like all the negatives, and we feel like, you know, we were able to take positives from it because like
Yeah.
we were forced to be around each other, forced to be around the kids all the time. It wasn't just like dropping off at school and everything. And through those times, we've like grown tremendously as
Right.
well, you know, like
Right.
learned so much. And we're still learning, you know, it's just not, it's a
Yeah.
never ending process.
Oh, now,
Is
can I
it
ask y'all a question?
okay?
I just got one question. So, on them days where it's like not the best day, to be around your partner, right? Like, is it like, is this something personal? Like, do you guys take it personal? Like, I'm asking you guys like individually, like Eric, is it like one of them days where you're like she just getting on my nerves today? Like, is it like something personal where as though like you're not going to get over it, like you're going to stay inside that attitude, or it's like just let me get by the day, like.
No, see. So one of the biggest issues with me personally is like it's usually always ends up being a compilation of things. You know, it's like work. It's, you know, might be something that she may have done. It's like a whole bunch of things going on. And I'll usually kind of like have that moment where she sees where I'm at and she's like, you know what? Let me leave him alone. And then like later on, I'll usually come to her and I'm just like, listen, I know I was tripping earlier. Like, listen, it wasn't you. There was just this, because it's like I have to sometimes, I can't just voice it right away because, oh shit, there, I don't know. Are you able to hear?
Yep.
All right. So like me, I've learned myself over the years, and it's like I know that I have to sometimes just fall back and chill rather than saying what's on my mind right away because I don't want to like come off some type of way and make and hurt her feelings when it wasn't even about her in the first place. So I usually just like kind of just fall back, be to myself, and then we sit down and we kind of talk later and then see where each other's at.
Right.
So it usually doesn't really go
We've
past,
matured.
yeah, it
We've
usually
been
doesn't
together 10 years,
go
so
past a day or so. Like we're just like we usually try to keep it like within that time. Yeah.
before we would take it
Oh my
personal. Like
God.
it was ridiculous. Like I would be upset about something that may or may not have anything to do with him, and I had an attitude, and he would take it personally, vice versa,
Mhm.
and we would be like not talk about it for like days and just be mad. Like
And I know that killed you, Julie. I know
That
you.
takes a lot of
Julie's
energy.
the talker. Like, let's talk about it. It'd be like, let me live. Let me live for a minute. Like, let me soak in this attitude for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get at you. When I get at you, Julie be like, no, let's talk about it right now.
That's the issue because she be wanting to talk about things, but then when she has an issue, she don't be wanting to talk.
Right.
but
Are you
this
throwing
ain't
them
about
off? The host kind of
Right. My fault. My fault. We going to
throwing
like
them off. The
couples
host kind
therapy and all that. My fault. You're right. My fault. My fault.
of our dinner
My
hour.
fault. You're right.
No, it's good. It's good.
no,
It's
yeah,
good.
for
It's
sure.
good.
This was so fun.
I'll be sweating.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna be real. We losing containment upstairs. I'm hearing
Wait, you
all
can check on
types.
it.
Yeah, like somebody to these yelling.
You can get out of bed.
No, we can continue on. I'm still here.
But yeah, definitely like I love the thing that you said that we're all just learning. And I think if everyone can come to that realization that every single one of us is just trying to figure this thing out called life, and we're all just learning, that we will see each other in a different light, so that when things don't go right or a person doesn't say something in the way you had liked it or done something in the way you had liked it, realizing everybody's just learning and no one's in the same place of learning.
Mhm.
Some people are ahead, some people are here. Like everyone is going through life at different
And
stages,
everybody sees life differently.
so differently, right?
Right.
Like even you said, you and MJ are after 15 years are still learning about each other, and that's still very much possible that you guys are, all of us are gonna be in the relationships that we have forever, getting to know one another, because hopefully who we are right now isn't the same person in a year or 5 years or 10 years from now, right? We want to evolve and be a better version of ourselves, and so ideally that learning never stops. um
That's the
yeah.
fun part, though. The fun part is learning. I mean, learning in general is fun, but but definitely learning your spouse in different ways and doing different things and stuff like that, and like just different ventures. Like I know right now, it's a fun time for me just sitting back watching MJ with the like with the daycare and stuff like that, just for the simple fact that like um I'm watching her in a different space, a space she's never been in her life. So it's like different problems, and I'm getting to see, I'm getting to like watch her um as she go through the motions and like the entrepreneurial things that like that I went through with like CancerWho, and not to say that I'm sitting back like, oh, now you see what I was going through, but just to sit back and say, all right, now see, like like, all right, now you see how this happened to you. Now this is probably one of the days I walked in with an attitude, but because I've been through that. So just like learning how to even relay that message to her, where it's not like a spiteful message, like, see,
Yeah.
now you see what I was going through. Like, nah, like just basically putting it to her, like, all right, well, before it even gets there, let's do it this way, or let's like figure it out together or something like that. So like learning how to do stuff like that, like that's cool too, like, and not being spiteful or just being like arrogant, and like I don't like just not being an a-hole.
Yeah. Being petty. I
Yeah,
think we have
because
a
That you talking to?
no, I'm Jetty Petty. I'm Jetty Petty.
This is called maturity,
all right,
like
we
you
got a
said.
question.
Got a question?
So it says it's from Lisa. She said, for Al, being transparent, what is your best and worst memory during oh, it doesn't I cannot never see the whole question.
So type
Lisa,
in.
can you put it in the comments maybe? Because it cuts off at during. I don't know why I'm not seeing the whole thing. He's ready. He's like, she's about to say something.
Because I got a feeling on what she's asking anyway. So what's my always want transparency.
All right, best and worst moments of supporting survivors.
Um, oh, that's easy. The best part is watching them to go ring the bell. Like that's my favorite part, and I know that's probably everybody's favorite part. Watching them go ring the bell and get to celebrate, um, and getting to see them happy tears, as far as like yeah, we've been doing this for 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years to get to this point, and anybody that knows me, like if you go inside the center, I tell you to ring the bell off, like ring it till your arm hurt. So that's like my favorite part. And the worst part, and the worst part is, of course, it's like those phone calls where like nobody wants to get those phone calls of something tragic happening or something like that. Um, and I mean, it's like it's sad to say, um, the kind of lane that CancerWho was in, it's not like a end of the job. Like, all right, the job is done. Like cancer, like afterlife of cancer is just as important as when you're going through cancer. So it's really no stopping. So
Right.
those like them phone calls be like the worst thing possible, just in the sense that like when I or anybody in CancerWho come to support you, we're literally rocking with you. Like we're rocking and you're rolling. So we're going to be with you forever. So to not be with you forever is like the worst thing possible.
Yeah. How do you guys protect your yourselves in your relationship and your core family, like you and your children, as you're continuing this journey and knowing like those calls are gonna come, um, so that the work that CancerWho is doing isn't affecting the family foundation.
The support.
Yep.
It's the support. I mean, like I said, like if something tragic happens, I'm literally like I'm down for like a week. I'm talking about like I'm shut out of life for like literally a week. I might not get out of bed for like 2 or 3 days. I might
Mm-hmm.
like I go it's so hard and so tough. But like I was saying earlier, like MJ will take over and the same love and everything will get reciprocated as if I'm still around.
Yeah.
So it's not like a beat is going to be missed. And it's the same thing, vice versa. If it was something that went wrong, is me picking up that extra baggage. Like the same way when I quit my job, it was like MJ had to pick up a lot of extra baggage. Like MJ and the rest of our support system. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, yeah, they all pick up when somebody falls down. So I don't know how big of like LeBron fans you guys are, but LeBron has this thing on the Lakers where like if you're on the court, if you fall down, no matter who it is on the team, if you fall down, you stay down till your brothers pick you up. Right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
how it is like with us. Like if you down, go ahead, stay down till we pick you up. Till you ready to get up. Then once you're ready to get up, we're gonna pick you up and then we're gonna go on, we're gonna keep going on. So that's
Yeah.
how it like that support right there. Like I feel like if anybody had that support, you can keep going on forever. It's like
Yeah.
nothing that you can't do. Like cause you're gonna get picked up. So that's the kind of support that we be trying to provide. Like just all
Yeah.
right, go ahead, stay there, like stay down until you're ready to get up. But just know when you're ready to get up, you got about like 4 or 5 hands right there that's gonna pull you up.
Right.
Yeah, that's the worst. It's like falling down, feeling like you're down and out, and you're alone, and not having that support. You know, that's what keeps you down. You know.
Yeah.
Right. And we got you.
Right.
Thank you. We got y'all for sure. For sure. Alyssa asked, how do you guys protect your mental health as you do this important work that you're doing?
I feel like that's similar to.
A question. But I guess, how do you pick in the journey, even outside of the big times where you get those phone calls, how are you taking time for self-care and quality time?
Uh, we just do things that make us happy when we have time to do them, and we are the type that enjoy the little things. So this kind of does connect to the question of how do you protect your core, but then also, for
Yeah.
one, we don't even try to necessarily protect or shield our core or our hearts, because once our hearts are open and we connect with somebody, that's it. We're family. But like Al said,
Yeah.
we have such a support system, not only the CancerWho family support system, but our own families, our own mothers and our own relatives, fathers, and they're there for us um, when we have to process things. So
Yeah.
we don't block the emotion, but we stay strong because we know how hard that process is for if a family is going through a tragedy, um, and we just process it in our own way, kind of within our family, our immediate support. But we know what we need to do to be there for the CancerWho family. So I guess I don't know.
But we don't need a lot though.
We don't like we
Like
like stuff like this. I'm gonna tell you, like this is a happy time for us. Like a car date. The kids may be at daycare. We can just eat something to ourselves. Get a milkshake from Chick-fil-A, and some nuggets or some strips, spicy strips, and like just have adult time. And it could just be for
Yeah.
an hour or two, and that's like we enjoy that. Or I was a real homebody. we both like video games, so even just once they go to sleep, just playing some Call of Duty or something, you know? Like we don't even need to do much. Like that's probably why we're able to even be in this lane, to be honest. Because if you're a person that does need to like be do a lot for yourself, or you may be like paying for the stuff. Like Alice, you see him. If I showed you, you could probably guess what he had on. You could probably guess that he just was comfortable. They had on sweatpants and CancerWho gear, like, and I had on tights and CancerWho shirt, and I don't, we just kind of do it. Like we don't need. It's not a lot of preparation in that. We just, I don't know, the perspective that this provides us, and we're real simple, like super simple.
Simple like a pimple.
I
want to be simple like
don't want to be a
I swear, yo. And he swears he's funny. No, all right, I'm gonna just leave that there. I'm gonna let you have it.
He's funny. He's corny.
It's the corny kind of funny. All right,
Yes.
Woo. Yeah, so.
Laughing, you just questioning like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, we're hitting that time.
That sweet 45
we don't
minute
want to
mark.
get cut off because I know we could keep talking for like
Forever.
Yeah, I feel like there's still more questions I want to ask.
Yeah.
I know. I want to ask
one
y'all a
more.
question too. Like, all right, so I do have one question, right? I got one question.
All right, what's up?
So, I know that Eric, do you still wrestle?
You cut off. You said what?
I said, do you still wrestle?
I haven't wrestled since
A couple years.
no, the year was earlier this year. My last match was in January, February.
20 what?
The earlier this year. Remember I did the turkey slam in November, and then I did the reunion thing. Remember when I wrestled Shaheen?
So I feel like 2020 is so long.
Yeah, it's a long year. So
it is. It feels like it's been 2-3 years.
So
January, February was the last time I got in the ring.
So, with you wrestling, right, and that's your passion, right? Like, do you ever feel like you being selfish if you like want to wrestle over like doing something that's deemed important? You feel selfish when you do something like that?
Yeah, definitely. And that was part of the reason why, for the last couple years, wrestling has been very inconsistent for me. I haven't really been able to fully dive in like I used to. It basically changed around the time when we had Oliver, and I like took off time to be with him, and then we had Jace, and just I don't know, like wrestling is a passion, right? Like it was always my passion. It was my childhood passion. But quite frankly, I love being a father more than anything else. Like being a father, raising my kids, and I feel like through that, and then through actually becoming a teacher and just seeing the impact that I have on the youth, um, I generally like enjoy that more. Like if wrestling were to come up again and I had the opportunity, kind of see what happens, but like my priorities are here right now. You know, this is it for me. It's all about kill the day, kick the day, and just going through the future with the kids. You know.
Right. And I only ask that because I used to feel like
real selfish with that. I definitely felt real selfish because it was suck because when it came to wrestling, it was like I had to train 3 to 4 times a week. Then show days. The show wouldn't start till 7, but I had to be there from like noon that day, and I'm not getting home till pretty much midnight.
Oh wow!
And it was just like, and then I'm still working during the week, so I'm going from work, and then the days I'm going to training, I'm going from work to training. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, so I'm pretty much like leave me alone. And it was tiring, you know. The one thing that kind of made me kind of go back was the fact that Oliver started becoming really passionate about it and becoming a fan. So like them like getting the chance to see me in the ring, because when he was born he didn't get a chance to do that. Our older two did, but he didn't get the chance. So that kind of like got me back wanting to get in the ring, but it was just like, I got to focus on what I got to focus on now. Like I can't dive into it like I did before.
Yeah. No, I used to feel like that too. I used to feel a little selfish too. And then
Oh, you can't wrestle.
not
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
That was a good one. Y'all want for one. Y'all want for one. That was a good one.
See, I'm funny. I told you.
Yes.
Yeah, see. No, it's over. It's over because now once she start trying to crack jokes, it just be like, all right. Well.
No, you gotta be fair. You gotta play fair.
Oh,
We're
man.
Yeah, it's
definitely
like for her, it's Call of Duty time. I'm like,
Call of Duty.
right,
yeah, it's Call of Duty time.
So one takeaway, all right. So one way that you guys kill the day every day, we want everybody that's watching to know, like, what is it that you guys do, and you're suggesting your advice to kill the day every day. What is it that you guys want everybody to take away from this?
Well, my one thing that I help kill the day with is that I'm super grateful. Like when I wake up in the morning, that's the best thing I could have did that day. I always get a chance to correct what I did wrong yesterday. So just be grateful when you wake up and just to look to just correct today what you did yesterday. So just be grateful because you could have not woke up.
And then once you wake up, do something with the day. Be productive. Even if it's packing summer clothes away, which we did today. Wasn't that good? Productivity.
I need to do that too.
Because the day feels like a waste if we don't get something done. Just at least one task. Even if it might be 10 on the list. Like get something done. So
be grateful and be productive. Love it. Thank you so much for your time, for sharing your journey and your story. We appreciate y'all.
I know. And y'all setup was way better than ours.
I know. Like, so as we said, we were learning. I learned. I'm looking at ours like, woo, we are not killing this.
Right.
We need to prepare a little better for the live. The lighting. Look at the lighting they got going on.
This is like the OWN network, and we like Tyler Perry Studios.
We definitely on some. Don't come at Tyler Perry.
This like the lighting is bad. It's like bad lighting. It's like I'm leaning over.
We trying to be in the screen. We got kids yelling in the background. Like y'all got it locked.
They look like they on Oprah.
Yes, like.
Well, we had 6 tries to get here. This is an all learning process.
No, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Looking at this angle, like,
right. I can't catch it.
I can't get it right.
I can't get it. Y'all got it though. Y'all got it. Y'all matching. Y'all got the black background. The black shirts, like Julie is Brandon right.
Sometimes her glasses is off, sometimes on. Y'all was really doing it.
Right, yeah, like Brandon's pointing everything. We can't even get this Brandon right. See, like
it looks all bunched up. See, no, don't zoom in on that. But we learned a lot from this. Like, we're going to be better next time we do a live. Like this is our very first live interview, and I see it's more to it than just hopping on. But glad we could be a part of it. Like this was fun.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
We so appreciate y'all. I know I'm walking away with just some like nuggets of wisdom from it for sure.
No, for sure, definitely. Because that's like, especially like having to go through the journey, having to like step away and just like fully just step into your purpose and just dive head first. Like, oh man, like I can definitely relate to that and just thinking about that. Which is why, like I asked the question I asked earlier, that's tough, it's definitely tough. And I get the concept of like thinking more about not than just yourself, and focusing on the purpose and focusing on what it is that you're doing, and that's great, and that's definitely like the ideal. And it's always like I always had like the fear, like you gotta pay the bills, you gotta feed these kids, and like just like what if something doesn't happen, and like I'm always like trying to think of like backup plans. Well, I can go do this and I can go do that and everything. And then that kind of like takes us away from what the overall purpose and plan was. So I feel like you definitely, through your words and through your experience, helped me kind of realign myself and just like, you know what, now I got to kind of sit back and like rethink about the plan and the process, and then just kind of start making sure we stick to that.
Well, I'll leave with this one. And I'm not just saying this because you guys is on the live, but y'all really are like killing the day. Like from like a branding aspect and like the way y'all operate, like I know I love it. Like and it's only like a matter of time, like before you guys really start reaching those goals that you really want to reach because um like I just love like y'all branding, y'all marketing material and stuff like that. Everything is like well put together. It's not really like unorganized and stuff like that. And trust me, like it took us a long time to get to that point where it's like, yeah, we're trying to get organized and we're trying to get our branding together, we're trying to get our marketing together and stuff like that, and really seeing how people look at us and things like that. So a lot of those things I think you guys got down pat already. And like I said, it's just more so just timing. Like you guys are really working and y'all working against the grain of the pandemic. So I think far as branding and marketing, y'all right on point. Like and I like I'm a supporter, and I hope you guys like really push it to the floor and keep going hard with it. Cause trust me, like I notice it, and I do nothing but follow content creators all day on Instagram, and you guys pop out to me. So I want to salute y'all while y'all here and tell y'all like y'all doing a great job with your branding, y'all marketing, promoting, but also the work. Like at the end of the day, it's about the work. So you guys are really doing a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. You just got me hyped. You all piping us up and stuff. I'm like, we ain't doing this. We got
No, that's real talk. That's real talk.
Thank y'all.
Let's not forget we have Survivor Circle Tuesday, and Let's Talk About It on Wednesday. What's Survivor Circle? How can we take it to people can find out about that?
So look, whoever's watching, you can look right up there where it say Kill a Day, and with CancerWho is right up there, and click on our profile and go to the link in our bio. We have a link tree, so we have everything that we're doing is in our link tree. Old articles, um, the link to Let's Talk About It, to the link to Survivor Circle. Yep. Everything is in the link in our bio. So just go there and spend some time on the link, see what we like more, what we are about, and see what we got coming up.
Perfect.
Again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We're wrapping this bad boy up.
All right.
Till next time.
Till next time, y'all.
Kill the day every day.
Y'all so dope.